How fun was that? That's stuck in my head.
Yeah, there's a ear biscuit for the day.
He's wearing his mask.
Well, you can't be too safe when you're on screen with two Victorians.
I didn't have one.
I've got to protect you as well. I've got to look after you.
I don't know, less than 100 yesterday. We've got this covered.
Yeah, 94 or something. How is everybody?
Fantastic. How are you?
Do a little bit of a roll call. So Dr. Black is here. That's good to see. Always handy. Fisher Tanks, how you doing? Tropicals. Going to watch that link that you sent me today. Blake Howden, how are you? Blake Aquatics, how are you? Jag, what's up? Jag might be joining us for a few minutes today, which would be cool. Matty D, Lefty, thank you for putting the link in the Fisher and Beaver stream. Appreciate it. Dragonlair, how you doing, Pat? Dan Slee, how are you? Anthony Fishy friends, Dad. I always love it when I say Dad. I'm like, Dad. Holly Gibbs, how are you? Scott's Aquatics, Laurie, Gnarly Fish Tanks, Stephen the biologist, stealing ya is stealing it. How are you? Moonstone, how you going? Zen Ginger, long time no Zen. Craig, how you doing? Go to D's, what a win last night. That was pretty awesome. Laz, how you going? There's lots of people here. Thank you for joining us. Just call me Still. Will do, Still. And Streetwise, how you going? I am here. Fantasy Scaping session is cancelled, so I have time to stay here and listen to you all. Oh, I know I'd rather be at Fantasy than listening to us, but consolation prize. Rob H, how you going? So, what's news, Dr. Black? You're looking all different, a bit suave, up and about.
Strange, isn't it? Very weird. Just welcomed my old man back home. He's been in hospital for a few days. So it's been an interesting few days, but now he's all right. He's had a bit of a rest.
Good.
It's
Hopefully
okay.
Everything's all good with him and he has a speedy recovery.
We'll find out soon, I guess.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you, Doctor.
I'll tell you what doesn't go well with face masks is sunglasses. They were all fogged up and I couldn't see a thing.
Oh, yesterday was so the weather has turned for those that aren't down here. All of a sudden we had an amazing day yesterday, followed by looks like a pretty good one again today. I've been cleaning all morning. Yesterday I went up to the paddock because we're not really allowed to do anything, but because we had to care for the horse and feed it and take its rugs off and stuff, I was like, I'm out in the sun. And yes, my sunglasses fogged up within about 1 or 2 seconds. Jesse, how are you? Blake, what's news? How you been? Sneeze, that's it.
Allergic. I'm going really well. Just super busy this week. Been on the back foot a little bit, but should be an exciting week. We'll see how we go.
You starting the new job this week?
Yeah, so that's why I was kind of doing 2 jobs this week, sort of like getting geared up on that side and then also tidying up all the loose ends on the other side. So yeah, it's been busy, and then I've been trying to also prepare a lot of videos beforehand too. So I think I've got 5 or 6 done, but yeah, it's a hectic week. Hectic.
I've for those who know Blake, you know that he puts out daily videos, and I've always been asked like, how do you do it? And I'll try and film a couple at once now on a weekend, and I get ahead, so I'm like already got next week sorted. But then I remember now that I'm like, oh, that means I've got to film a couple of videos today for the week after.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trap sometimes, isn't it?
It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? Oh, I've got lots and lots of content. We've got. I'll message Jag and see if he wants to pop up with us now.
Thanks for your wishes, guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
absolutely. Fingers crossed.
And yeah, Nath, my 4x3 out the front is about to blow away. I reckon there's that much wind going on down here.
What's up, Big J?
Big J, how you doing? Yeah, we had a massive windstorm on Friday, was it, or Thursday? Thursday night. Well, friends of mine were no power for 2 days, and the water got contaminated in Melbourne, so you couldn't drink water. They didn't have any power. The little kids can't turn the heater on. Can't leave the house. It was very doomsday-ish on Friday. I had to drive around and do a couple of quotes, and I went to the old town that I used to live in, Mount Evelyn, and everyone was out walking their dog because there was no power. You can't drink any water. There's nothing to do. And there were so many trees down that there was like trees laying on power poles that nobody was attending to because they were attending to another tree that was on a power pole. It was just, so they were stuck without power for 2 days, which is crazy. And yeah, no water changes. Didn't even think about that. Imagine just going, oh, I'll just do a water change, but I won't drink the water. It's probably a bad idea too.
Well, apparently it was okay for to use as a fish, but because water.
It wasn't chlorinated, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, which is actually good. We don't care.
Fresher water for the fish.
Yeah.
No, it's a bit weird. I feel like everything's happening this year.
Definitely.
We had some of that crazy wind last week. It was wild.
Anyone else's? All good. Jag can't join us, but so what I will tell you about. So Jag did an episode of the Aqua experience with me ages ago. He came first at the Underwater Pet Expo. Pasito. Earlier this year, and we've done a little bit of a collaboration because he builds hardscapes that he can sell up there in Sydney, and I've nudged him and pushed him and convinced him to actually ship one to me. So he released a video on it last night. I was up really late watching the whole video. The scape looks amazing, and I'm really stoked to be receiving it. So I'll get the scape at my end, and I'll put it in. I'll probably have to buy a new fish tank and shut down an old fish tank to make some room. And then plan it out and do not only a video collaboration, but also a scape collaboration. So that's really exciting. I can't wait for that to get down here. Shipping box.
G'day, DKF.
Dan. So that's another thing in news. What did you guys receive anything in the mail recently?
Certainly did. Very happy with that surprise package turning up from DKF and through you sneaky fella.
Sneaky trans shipper.
Yeah.
Well, I think in the end it worked out a lot better for Dan because it would have cost him a bomb to send us all. So I got one of his T-shirts as well and a couple more stickers. And then, I got this big bag and I'm like, ooh, lots of goodies. What's this? And I'm like, oh, it's bloody just for Dr. Black and Blake and Prawny and Thirsty got one as well. So thank you very much, Dan. It was awesome.
Did you run out of Fish Room Fever and Chattanooga Ed stickers?
I think I got 1 or 2 left. Why? Did I?
You forgot.
I didn't send you any.
Nah,
I
the
thought
person.
you sent something.
Nah, don't.
I
The one
still
who's
got a
building
couple
the
of them.
sticker frame. Nah, it's all good. I'll talk to you about it later.
Oh, maybe I did run out. Oh, I'll have to have a look. I
I didn't even notice, except Prawny was rubbing it in. He was like, I got a more exciting package than you.
If I did, I apologise. I think
I've still got a bunch of extras. I can probably send them down to one of you guys, a bit more central to share them out than me.
Yeah, no pressure. What's happening, Craig?
Leg wall flat as a track this morning. Flat as a tack.
I don't know why.
He's saying
I'm
flat.
not. Maybe he is.
He can't be. He should be up and about. Good win last night. Monica, how are you doing?
G'day, Mon. Ed. Dan Flea.
I can get you something. Apparently Chattanooga Ed can get Chattanooga Ed stickers. So he might be able to help you. I'll have a look. If I miss something, I can easily send you something. Yale's Corner, welcome back. Good to see you. Mick M, hey, you top 3 from down under. Many thoughts and prayers for you all and your dad and fam, Blackie. Thank you very much, Mick.
But yeah, I'm certainly not complaining. I'm not going to complain about a bunch of free stuff turning up to my doorstep. So thanks for doing that. If it seems like I'm being rude or whatever. And you're right, Dan. I'm just trying to squeeze him for all he's got.
I've run out of VB, Craig. I'll have to go and get some more tallies later on.
Actually, that's probably true. Lance, 50 people watching. Hey, 50 people. How are you all? Thank you very much for joining us. I have got a big project that I'm working on today. I sent a photo out to the members. I'll probably send something out on Instagram probably today as well. But we managed to cut down the big 3D background and pull apart the 4-foot tank, get the background in, and then put the tank back together. I'm a little bit concerned about what came off the 3D background when we were cutting it. I've got some really weird, cool footage, but we used an angle grinder to cut it. And I thought it was latex, but I'm starting to think it's fiberglass or something because it turned into like a spider web when we were cutting through it. I was like, what is this? So it was crazy. So I don't know, I'm thinking of maybe just using a bit of bleach just around the edges or something and then fill it up later. I don't know. Usually I take a she'll be right.
Bleach.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe just run some silicone around the edges and just finger it really thin so it doesn't dry white.
I get you. Yeah. I'll have a little think because there is one little gap on the side, which for anyone that's used 3D backgrounds before, the tiniest gap, a fish will find it and they'll never find their way back out. It happens all the time. So I will try and fix that. But that's the large goldfish tank. So on Tuesday, you will see the first episode, which was me talking about what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to try and film the second episode of actually showing you what I'm doing. The first episode, I am proud to say, has some horrific acting at the beginning. So make sure you check that part out. I can't wait to see the analytics on that one when it goes watch time, 2 seconds. But it was all a bit of fun, so I'm hoping that a few people get entertained by that. Blake and Kendall and I have been talking a lot lately and sort of talking about different YouTubers and how they put together, I suppose, more entertaining videos or some filming ideas and techniques that they use. And I noticed Blake's had a little bit of a go at it, and so have I, and so has Kendall. So it's been fun seeing what you guys come up with as well.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you got to do just a little bit at a time because otherwise you end up with filming a whole start of a video and then you figure out once you're editing that it doesn't work, and then it's like, oh, I got to go back in time now and redo that intro. And so for that reason, I just add a little, maybe a scene at a time or something, or play around with an idea and we'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
I saw a
I've heard
great
the,
idea here from Zane. Why don't you just sprinkle some dirt on the silicon? That would
yeah,
be
I
a good
just
idea.
saw that too. It's a good
Yeah.
idea, Zane. Thank you. And Zane, I went to school with Zane. Zane, I still haven't heard any word or found out anything about that Seville fish farm. And deadly serious. I'm going to talk to Blake about this after the stream, but I think there could be a bit of a story and a little bit of a documentary or something. We could do a mini investigation on how that all came about, and hopefully find out what happened. Because if they just shut down, not selling to the public, but are still doing what they were doing, that would be a bit of a hidden gem to find, I think.
Yeah, I'll just be standing at the front. And here we are at the Goldfish Fish Farm. If we stand very close, the guards won't scare.
G'day, Brad.
You were saying something before.
Yeah, I've heard the Blake School of Acting is taking enrolments now for next year. So get in early, and you might get an early bird discount on fees.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Blake provided an awesome example of the kind of talents he can come out of his acting school with.
Yeah. Gumtree experience required.
It's going to be huge.
But yeah, don't be fooled. You don't learn Donald Trump and David Attenborough until second semester.
Yeah, that's really more advanced. That's 102.
Absolutely.
103 is Arnie. Get down. Get to the chopper.
Sound like a New Zealand Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's not a tumor.
101 is California teenage girl, right?
Like, totally. I can't even believe it.
I don't even know what's going on.
I mean, I wasn't fishing, but I like what I caught.
And Craig thought I was sounding flat this morning. I was just biding my time waiting for my entrance.
So what have you guys got coming up? Are you streaming this Wednesday, Dr. Black, episode 50?
I believe I will be, because the following Wednesday I won't be able to. So I'll have to get my 50th out of the way ASAP. Okay. So yeah, we'll be trying to tee some stuff up for that.
If you can do it early, I mean, like if you go late with it, I'll try and jump on with you after work. But that would be a 4 or 5 hour stream.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'll have that in me.
Maybe a reprisal of the famous drinking game.
Well, Anthony did say the other day he wanted to potentially redo the first episode. I don't know.
Hey, and what happened to the second episode?
I don't know. I don't even think he got to a second episode.
That's what I mean. It never eventuated, did it? So why redo the first? You were having contestants, weren't you? And like
there was 6 of us playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really got any plans for the 50th episode. Maybe try and find some rando guests to have through. Pardon, mate. We'll have to wait and see.
Chewy, how you doing? Chewy, did you see the Paul Talbot interview earlier in the week? I did ask him the question that you asked me to ask him, and I have a feeling that you would love that chat. His story was really, really good. I mean, we started the interview and I asked him a question, and about 11 minutes later, I said another word. But I was really grateful because Harry was carrying on like a pork chop over there, just losing it. And then my wife was like, "That's it." So she's yelling at him, and I'm like, I hope no one can hear this. So I had myself on mute while Paul was talking, and I was just glad that he kept telling his story. And I was like, I don't have to say anything. This is going to be really awkward if he stops talking.
Did either of you guys catch yesterday Bodgie's video where he ate bloodworms?
Yeah.
No, was it 300 subscribers?
Yeah. So what happened was in the live stream on Thursday, he was saying something like, "Oh yeah, I'm very close to 300" or something like that. And we usually have a bit of a gag at Bodge's expense occasionally on a Thursday. So we were saying something like, if we get in there, he has to eat bloodworms, or he might have even said it. Anyway, he put a video out yesterday. I'll put the link there, and
It was a bold challenge, wasn't it? Because he was only on 298 or 299 or something.
Yeah. And he threw out two things at once, because he always gets a bit of flack about his water level being so low. So he said, if we get there, I'll fill up the tank and I'll eat bloodworms. It's like, you probably could have just said you'll fill up the tank and we would get you there anyway.
I probably could have just said, could someone else subscribe, please? And he would have got there.
Wow. No, I did see the thumbnail, but I haven't seen the actual video. God.
But I guess just read the comments as well to see if he actually ate bloodworms or not. I don't know. It's still pretty funny.
Is that why he's not with us right now?
Yeah, he's in hospital.
He's taken sick. Gosh.
G'day, Thirsty.
Thirsty Rabbit, thanks to you. How are you? Bodgy is committed to the tube. And yeah, Blake, I think at the end of the chat with Paul Talbot, it kind of, fizzled out, freaked out that his mic and camera stopped working. So I do hope to probably get him back later in the year, because I could have spoken to him about a million other things, I think. Very cool story. On that, next Saturday, she's not here, but Priscilla is joining me on the Aqua experience. So I'm looking forward to that. I love hearing everyone's stories, especially from all around the world. I talked to her about her amazing art, running the fish store, and where it all began for her as well. So that is 10 o'clock Saturday morning for us, which I think is like 7, 8 o'clock or whatever, somewhere in America.
And fair chance you'll get to see a mantis shrimp on that stream too, so tune in.
Ooh, yes. Didn't even think about that. That'd be awesome. All right, so I've got a few things that I've been working on at the moment. I manufactured a lid for the reef tank. Yay! No more fish jumping out. I designed it with my neighbor, who's an engineer, and I'm going to put a video out about it the next week or so, but I'm really curious because I think we've done some things really well and we've done some things not so well, and I can't wait to see more experienced marine hobbyists and maybe, I don't know, even freshwater. I haven't seen a tank sort of like this, a lid like this before, to see if there's some pros and cons. But I'm not going to say what I think they might be. I want to see what other people say. But not cheap to get an acrylic lid cut. But I'm looking forward to that. And if it works out well, might try and do a bit of a line of, or at least be someone that can get them custom made for people. But that's just dreaming up big. I've been better, boys. I had plans on getting up with you guys, but the wife decided to. Okay. That's a very Aussie sentence from most of you out there that are like, what is he talking about?
Fingers crossed that sorts itself out for you, Thirsty.
Zane finally put a new lid on his tank as well. New one is in quarantine. Why do you have a lid in quarantine? I suppose just shipping, yeah?
So it doesn't jump out. They're not like, I'm in quarantine. I better stay in the tank. I'm in the new tank now. Whoop.
And the lid. The lid is in quarantine. What? I think we're all thinking different things here.
I'm just a fish in quarantine. Better stay by the bottom of the tank. Oh, a display tank. Whoop.
I couldn't get past the spelling error, so I'm still trying to work out how only his fist is in quarantine. And his new fist as well. Where's the old one?
Oh God!
Is his old one in the second-hand store? Hey, I went there.
No.
Oh God! Blake's lost it. He's gone.
I needed some visual prop which I need to set up.
I need a hat. Got to put one on. Craig Broderick, I don't think he ate them. I think referring to Bodgy. I like that. Where's Bodgy? He needs to come in and defend himself. Brian, Phenomenal Fish. How are you? So Phenomenal Fish is Korean Pet Central. Ryan, so got the same logo but changed the name. I like the name of the new channel. Good work, Ryan. Ooh, question for Blackie. Are the black mamba betta splendens rare? I'm having the chance to buy one cheap. A nice female. I don't know anything about them, that's why I threw it to Blackie.
I'm not familiar with the black mamba either, but
No.
Potentially it's got a nice word in its name, so maybe I need one.
Mamba.
Mamba. That's your input, is it, Blake?
Yeah.
Mamba.
Mamba. Mambo. Who knows?
What are you doing Tuesday night, Blake?
Sleeping at some point, probably. Eating dinner.
Is that after the Eagles
Okay.
smash the Bombers, or?
Well, I wouldn't get too cocky here with no Cripps or Kennedy. Plus,
No.
the King is back. Joey Danaher. You beauty. You're nervous. I can tell. You might want to dab that sweat off your forehead.
So what is coming up next week on your channel, Blake? What can we expect?
If the great man is still here, we got another top 10 collab coming out with DKF, Dan. So he came up with a really awesome topic. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. I'm just slacking. He's done his whole one, but I haven't started mine yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Very nice.
Other than that, oh yeah, I got 2 shipments of fish, so I'll probably do them one week after another, just to get the most out of that. And what else? And then just the usual guides and things like that. So I'll probably still have a video every weekday, including streams, and just take the weekends off. And I think I should be able to make that work.
Awesome.
Because weekends, they don't really do that well for me anyway, to be honest. Like, my weekend videos are always the worst ones. So I think that
I found
worked
that
out.
in yesterday's video. So for those that haven't seen, I won a Facebook competition, and I won this fish food, Frenzy Fish Feeds. How many times do you reckon I stuffed saying Frenzy Fish Feeds while recording? 150, I reckon. And then I thought, that one's perfect. And I went to edit it. I'm like, no, you still didn't get it. So yeah, I won this, and I just did a little bit of a video because I didn't really know much about Frenzy Fish Feeds. They're an Aussie company based in Hobart. I've spoken to them, and I just want to sort of learn a little bit more about them and sort of their story as well. So that's going to be fun. I'll be starting to put that into the feeding cycle, because I always do different fish foods every day for my fish. Usually I just do one and then the other every alternate day. Variety is the spice of life, after all. But yeah, it was sort of like me winning fish food was not exactly the most entertaining thing, but I was curious about the time slot on a Saturday morning. These little things that we learn, aren't they?
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, and I have a similar thing with foods. Like an old video that I did on one of the foods, Vibrobites or something maybe. Somebody commented because when I do a food review, I just think the most important thing is, are the fish actually going to eat it? So usually I just show the fish eating it or whatever, and talk about maybe the content of the ingredients. But yeah, someone's like, yeah, well, can you let me know, did it enhance the color or did it do all these things? And I was like, well, I don't know, because I didn't exclusively feed that for a month. I feed a varied diet. So was an interesting comment to get. Wasn't really sure, I guess. Yeah. I don't really know how to handle that, to be honest, because there's no situation where I don't, or where I cut out baby brine shrimp or bloodworms and brine, like frozen brine as well, to test that out. So it was interesting. I don't know.
It's Daniel keeping fish. He's found a fish that can tell you if it's any good. So just give it to Bodgy.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I went on to the Frenzy page this morning to buy a bag to give it a whirl, but they seem to, even though they say when you go to the checkout, they say you can pay with a credit card if you don't have PayPal, but the only payment option was PayPal.
Interesting. I'll ask them about that.
Craig, I'd love to do another LFS tour, but can't really at the moment. I can do the ones down here, I guess, but even then, there's signs out the front saying you're not supposed to be browsing and all that. So I think waving a camera around probably counts as browsing.
Document.
I'm filming a documentary.
Back to Monica's question. Monica had a question about chocolate cichlid. Don't really see them that much down here, but I think they're a beautiful cichlid and very underrated. So yeah, Monica, I'd say have a crack at it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was going to put that question up there, but I don't know anything about them either. Joe will only last 2 more weeks before he breaks down again.
Settle down, Craig. He's back for good now.
We'll see if he makes it through Tuesday. Got to back it up. A 4-day break. It's ridiculous.
I don't think he'll play this week, though, to be honest.
What was that, sorry?
I don't think he'll play this week. I think we'll sit him on ice because we got 2 5-day breaks.
You're right there.
This is why I had my camera up. You're not supposed to see these behind-the-scenes situations.
Bendigo Balaclava. Blake, I've got 4 bomber masks. I'll get one to you.
Oh.
Did you mind bomber ones, Dad?
You can legally adopt me after that. No worries.
Bodgy's busy making his aquarium fish cookbook. He won't watch the replay probably, but if he does, sorry, Bodge. Now I can hear noises. What's going on over there?
All right. I'm sorted now.
All right.
I was just trying to, like, you guys have said a few interesting points that I just wanted to be able to just drop a nice wow in there.
I'll give you a wow moment.
All right. Oh, geez, you paid the money for that?
What do you mean I paid the money for that?
They're like $300.
I didn't pay that. Can't wait to use it though. Set it up. I'm all new to CO2.
Did you buy their solutions, or are you just going to use lemon juice and bicarb? You
can buy citric acid powder.
Yeah.
So I'll probably, if I go to the shop to get food today, I think you can get it from Coles and stuff. I've got to look into it. I did see that, they've got the boxes, the containers of it, but I don't even know how much, but I just imagine it to be a lot more expensive.
All right, that'll be good, because I was thinking of buying that, but then I was like, I'm not going to buy their own packets. I'd just do it my own way. So if yours explodes, then I won't buy it, and if yours doesn't, then I might buy it. Hey,
you reckon?
Should you explain what it is? Because everyone's probably like, what the heck?
No, because I've got to make a video about it, and it's a surprise.
Okay.
Do you have an wow moment thing?
It's just a colourful fire extinguisher, people.
Yeah. Hey, Jess. Like, my husband and I are playing Nintendo. That's awesome. What's going on? We're just dreaming of playing Nintendo with our husbands. But thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it. And
$5 super chat. Amazing. See,
so good.
Many situations that we can use this for.
Here's Bodgy. He's made it. Bodgy, do you want to get up here and explain to us why you were taken to eating worms?
Yeah, jump up and down a cube of brine shrimp or something, you know? Cube of Daphnia.
Jess, new member. Thanks, Jess. Appreciate that. That's awesome. You can go back through some of the stupid posts that I've done, and you can watch Harry shave my head too.
New member. Amazing.
That's awesome. I figured out the announcement. Dr. Black loving the hat. I have homework. Oh, not on Sunday morning. This is just, you're a different beast, Podgy. What was I doing on Sunday mornings back in the day? Playing football. So I get up and Sunday was just consumed by local football, really. Used to play in like freezing cold and come home and get a bucket of hot water and just put my feet in it and sit down and watch cartoons and fall asleep a couple times because I was always that excited to play football. Like my game would be at 11 o'clock in the morning and I'd be up at 6, like ready to go. Footy jersey on. Mum, Dad, come on, let's go.
I find it quite refreshing that there's a kid Bodgy's age who's actually that focused on school.
You find it refreshing? Yes, it is.
Yeah, full credit to you, Bodgy. You focus on that schoolwork.
Yes. I think Bodgy's got a very bright future.
Yeah.
So turn us off and go back and do your homework. The box that I showed before, it's a CO2 generator. So instead of just using the canisters, it's basically a vessel that you mix bicarb and citric acid and water, and it instantly creates CO2. So it's a different method of CO2, and it's one that I'm familiarizing myself with because I've done another aquascape, which I can share with you all really soon. And I really want to try and get my larger tank completely rescaped and given the best chance of plants growth and all that sort of stuff, and fish in a really good environment. So slowly accumulating things that I said I would do 2 years ago to do in another 2 years.
Craig, yes, I've released all the ones I've already done. That's why I started these top 10 doohickeys to fill that spot. But yeah.
Oh, sorry, I missed. What question was that?
Just Craig was asking me about the tour videos that I had, if they're all released or not.
Tour.
Yeah, you were there for part of it. Fish store tour.
No, I don't remember. But I've got fish from there, so that worked out well for me.
Really? You don't remember?
I do. All right. Well, what's up for you, Dr. Black? What have you been up to? Did you end up releasing that video on the bird? Can't remember what bird it was.
I decided to, instead of just put a 45-second video out with one bird, I had some extra old bird footage and stuff. So I started throwing a few clips and stuff together. So, somewhere in the near future, there'll be a bird video come out.
Awesome. I like that. Non-committal, but semi-committal at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I'm not putting anything in concrete except rebar.
If there comes a time whereby my camera is on record and a bird flies past the lens, and then I download that into my computer, maybe trip and fall, and the SD card falls into the SD card slot, and then I fall onto the mouse click button, and so on and so forth.
That sounds like my plan.
Daniel keeping fish, got to roll nearly 3 a.m. and working tomorrow. Have fun, everyone. Thank you again for the packages, Dan, and thanks for joining us, and looking forward to your collaboration with Blake.
See you, Dan.
And Jess, got to run. Got some more Nintendo to play. Love you guys. We love you too. Thank you very much for the membership and the super chat. and good to see you. Haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. Bodgy saying bye to everyone else, I think.
Is Nintendo Speak giving you sad memories about what used to be behind you?
No, well, because I've still got the thing. I just don't have the stand.
Oh, okay. I thought the
I
whole
was
kit.
actually, when you're scrolling through Facebook and just that you shouldn't be, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this for half an hour and I'm not going to get anything out of it. They did have one of those retro games, 50,000 games in one, buy one now. One of those things come up and I'm like, that sounds it looks really good, when usually they're junk. And then I was reading all the reviews and people were just like, nah, don't listen to them, it's a lie. And I'm like, and their responses were almost English. So I was like, oh, this feels really dodgy. But it was the same little Nintendo Mini, but they'd hacked it to have 50,000 games, which I couldn't understand. Jess, $5 super sticker. Thank you. Wow. That's
amazing.
The song at the start is now not stuck in my head. Just wow is stuck in my head.
I'm here to help. You want any other memes, sound effects? I can do it all.
Hey, we got HBS Aquatics. Welcome to the stream. 7:10 a.m. in India, Sunday morning. It is 11:40 a.m. Sunday morning down under. Here we go. Jeremy Swan. Update on my green water. I gave up trying to fix the green water and thought I would just keep it green. So I turned the light up 100%. 4 days later, it's clear.
What an interesting situation.
Why would that be? Just burn off the algae like too much.
Probably just finally balanced out or something.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Because, if we talk about it, usually your advice would be completely opposite. Block all the light, let all the algae die off. And I had a green water tank for a while, and it was weird, actually. I didn't mind having it at all. I had baby crebensis in there, and I was like, this could only really be beneficial, not negative for them. And I think just over time, I just did enough water changes that eventually it just cleared up because I was changing the water, I changed the water enough. But I was kind of bummed when it went away. Is Otter Creek? Yeah, he was body.
He is. If I type @ and then Otter Creek, he is still here. So, Kendall, read the comments. Bodgy wants you for something. Maybe he's got us in the background.
Still, great stream, y'all. Thank you for joining us. Awesome to see a new name in the stream. I hope you are.
Cheers, still. Take care.
Cheers, still. I'm trying not to read any usernames out loud anymore. That's a new policy I've got.
Yeah, I was wondering about how you'd react to that one.
Just innocent. Completely innocent. Ignorance is bliss. Monica, good night. Thank you for joining us.
See you, Mon.
Well, everyone's leaving before the hour mark.
Bodgy's just doing his self-promo, as usual.
What's Bodgy? Someone banned Bodgy. What's he doing? I want to watch Bodgy's. Can we watch it on here? Watch it live?
Yeah, probably.
Can we do that, Bodgy? Can we watch your video live? It'll probably be a bit choppy. I keep deleting.
He says yes. I'll translate. Yeah.
All right, give me a second.
Dragon Lair could be onto something as well with response to Jeremy Swan's question about the algae, that if you turned the light up heaps, the algae might have reproduced a hell of a lot, used up all the nutrients, and then couldn't sustain themselves.
So they thrive until they die. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's a good way to think of it. Holly Gibbs, I love my green water tank on my front porch. The morning light comes through a vine behind it. That would look pretty cool. How cool is it when you get natural sunlight filtering through your fish tank and the water moving, and makes you feel like you're on holidays?
I mean,
Yeah,
it looks nice
Yes,
for the
my video. Okay, Taryn.
looks nice for the first few days, but if you could see the front wall of my Feste tank at the moment, it's got 1.5 inch long hair algae. Looks nice when it's wafting in the water flow and stuff, but only takes about 2 or 3 days in my sunlight Feste tank to get all green.
I'm having big issues with the saltwater tank, and people are giving me advice and getting lots of different advice from different places, and I just need to sit down and find a method that I can work with.
My advice: convert it over to a freshwater.
just take it salt out and it'll die.
Yeah. Throw a few more plants in there; that'll sort it out.
Oh, jolly God! All right. How do I find Bodgies? Oh, I can just do it from here, can't I?
Oh, do you want a link again? I can give you one.
Yeah. I'll think
Is that the right link? I think so.
I can't believe I did this. Oh,
Yeah.
what did you do, Bodge?
And then skip to like the 3/4 mark. It's right at the end.
Like 9 minutes. All right, let's do this. It will be a bit choppy. Yellow.
There is a pretty good skit before that for later.
A good skip.
Skit, like a
in this video.
yeah.
Can you confirm, Blake, that Bodgie was the first graduate from Blake's acting academy?
Oh, I don't know if I want to claim. I don't know if I want to claim that student. That's like, Anakin Skywalker being claimed.
All right, can we hear it?
300 subscribers, let's go! G'day, Bodges and Wiggies, and welcome back to the channel. I wanted to get this video out as fast as possible, hence why my hands are
3/4.
wrapped. I haven't
He
actually
talks
done
to
it.
his water level for a bit.
I just wanted to say my biggest thank you, and then
I'll watch it properly, Bodgie.
Oh, boy, you know what that means. Woo!
Bodgie,
Yes?
behind you.
Is that you?
No,
Then who is it?
it's me, your water level.
What level? You can speak?
Yes,
For how long?
for quite a while, actually.
Okay, but where'd you learn English?
Will you stop asking me questions? We have more important matters to discuss.
Okay, I'm sorry, geez. Wow, no need to get angry. It's not every day that your water level in your fish tank starts talking to you. But yeah, sorry, let's talk, discuss matters. Okay.
I can sense your feelings.
You can sense my feelings? It's kind of like an invasion of privacy there, mate.
What did I say about the questions?
Okay, sorry. Again, it's not every day that your water level talks to you. Continue.
I sense a plot to overthrow me, to make my water level high. Is this true?
Oh,
He
about that,
does only put about.
I've been watching.
Sorry?
He only puts a glass of water in there though. Still doesn't fill it up.
Serious? That's a long conversation with your water level.
Yeah.
You were my brother, water level. I loved you. You were meant to keep the water level high, not evaporate. Meant to keep my TDS levels balanced, not leave them in darkness.
That's better than you and McGregor. That is.
Can't believe I've done this. You got what you wanted. Budgie, fill up the water. Budgie, fill up the water. I did it, okay? I had a tragic...
Still got a good 5 centimeters to go.
A lot of water level. I ended up having to kill it. So you made me a water murderer, and Yeah, now the water level is filled up. So if I hear one more comment, that's better, about I'm gonna lose it. Okay, the water level's filled up, and it was a tragic event, which kind of did lead me to depression. And in order to wash away my sorrows, I made a pledge that if I hit 300 subscribers, I would eat a whole tube of bloodworms, which is what we're about to do now. It was a tragic event, which kind of did lead me to depression. And in order to wash away my sorrows, if they're here, hey, what are you doing? On these cubes, putting in the car, and just simple. Okay, we've got our bloodworm cube melted, and I'm gonna eat it.
Oh wow. You chewing on them?
Oh my god,
That is messed up.
See, the trouble is that's the 300 subscriber giveaway. What are you going to do at 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000? You've set the bar too high.
I thought we'd lose a lot of people with that one. Oh, gee, that is awesome. If you all saw a link up above, make sure you check out his video after the stream and subscribe to him because we want to see what he does when he hits 400 now. So let's get the numbers up. That was really, really good. I don't know who was a better actor, Bodgy or the water level. And I didn't see the water level rise at all. So I don't know what was going on there. I'll have to rewatch it.
And I loved it as well that Blake Houghton, immediately he commented on, your water level's too high. Drop that water level. Brilliant.
Okay. But yeah, don't forget to read the comments as well. Bodgy, exercises some form of transparency in the comments. So read the comments is what I'm saying.
I actually said don't make that comment, but he was too honest. He's too good.
Oh, that just ruined the whole thing. Don't go over and check out his video. And don't. I read it, but I'm not going to repeat it because you ruined the illusion, Bodgy. The great magician never reveals their secrets.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe like a month down the track or something, once it's blown up, gone viral, then you do that.
I remember we were talking, I think it was the three of us, and I was in a weird mood. And I grabbed my cup and I went over to the saltwater tank, grabbed some water out, went to drink it, and then pretended to spit it everywhere. And you guys were just talking and you missed the whole thing. And Daniel Keeping Fish was the only person in the chat. He's like, did he just try and drink the saltwater? And everyone else missed it. So sometimes you just got to just let it be, Ozzy. No, it's very good. We probably do need to apologise that all of a sudden this Aussie fish tubers now starting to think they can act all of a sudden.
True.
I do love that as well. He had the Sir Prawn a lot when he hit was it 300, I think, when he got his prawn out? Got his prawn out, that sense of it.
Yeah, settle down, Josh. That was that private video he sent you.
He could use that for 1,000 subs. Oh God! I know I put a title for this live stream that was celebrating milestones. So that's good to celebrate that one. I hit 1,500 subscribers during last week or something. So that was taking me. I was very close for a long time, and it just stalled. So I was excited, and a few people said congratulations. So I'm not eating any worms. I'm not doing anything silly. I know. I'll stay at home and self-isolate for 6 weeks.
Nah, well deserved. You're flying now. What are you, 15:30 or something now? You're going off.
Yeah, I've got a good tradition where every time I release a video, I lose a sub. Keep that one going strong. Great. So didn't fill up the tank or eat the bloodworms. It needs to drink a bottle of Prime for 400. Well done, thank you. Yes, you know we're all nuts down here. Exactly. Hey, Galar, I didn't say hello before. I was reading that you came in and listening to Blake, so I didn't say hello. And Candy, hello.
Hey, Candy.
G'day. How's it going?
How are you? Hope you're well. Yeah, just because we're Aussies doesn't mean we're all nuts. We're going to wrap up in a couple minutes, but we are. We'll wrap up in a couple of minutes. Is there anything you guys want to share with all of these lovely people? And thank you all for coming and visiting.
Nah, not at all. Just good to hang out. Good crowd. Fantastic stream. Well done, everyone.
I wouldn't say it's fantastic. It was all right. But yeah.
I particularly enjoyed the 6 minutes we just watched somebody else's video. We could incorporate that. We'll just watch other people's videos for an hour every fortnight.
I actually was thinking, now that I've figured out how to add videos to these streams, that we could start doing a little bit of that, because I did a chat with Majestic Aquarium, so Paul Talbot, on Tuesday night, and I went in and I grabbed a tour video that he did of the shop from about a month ago. So he did the tour and walked around telling people what was going on in the aquarium, which I'll show you a little bit of that as well. So this is the Majestic Aquarium in Sydney, and realised that we can talk over the top of it. So while we were chatting about all the things that Paul's done in the industry and his story, it was really good to be able to ask him what we were looking at and him to explain it to us as well. So I thought it was a really good visual element to add to the Aquamate experience. After all, we are on screen, so if we can entertain people by not looking at my COVID cut and looking at something else, I'm waiting for this. This is the tank that Thirsty Rabbit's going to go down and clean in a mankini. And that groper's already thinking about you, Thirsty. He's like, I'm going to get you, Thirsty, when he comes down.
Yeah, usually they're called grouper, but that one specifically is called a groper. Getting ready for Thirsty.
Another one.
Josh is gone. That's all good.
He's killed it. He's exploded it.
You guys are dead air without me. What are you doing? So apparently this button on the side of my mouse kicks me out of StreamYard. That's the second time that's happened. Oh, God. Correct. He will nibble your bits, Thirsty. Full streamer wetsuit now with a Hector. What's a Hector?
A steamer is like a long sleeve wetsuit for winter.
Yes.
I don't know what a Hector is, though.
No. I tried to put one on that was full of spiders. Chattanooga Ed, I will sign up to Yahoo directly after this and respond to your email, because I saw you this morning and went, oh, I still haven't done that. Cool. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Really appreciate it. It's awesome to see you guys. We'll do it again in another fortnight.
Sounds good.
Don't sound so excited. Like, yeah, let's do that. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe. It's 30 seconds off an hour, and I'm already wrapping it up. All right, so yeah, this week I've got a video coming out about the goldfish background terrible acting, not as terrible as Bodgie's, but still terrible. After this video, please go over, make sure you subscribe to Bodgie, watch the full video, watch him eat his blood worms, and talk to his fish tank, because you know you're all guilty of doing it too. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe.